Request Shri Anupam Sonalkar, Joint Commissioner NEST, to felicitate our Chief Guest, Shri Anil Kumar Jha, Secretary, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and present our token of gratitude.
अस्सलामु अलैकुम, मैं ज़मीर अहमद अंसारी और आप देख रहे हैं जेड न्यूज़ फॉर यू। अर्ज़ यह है कि आपने अपने चैनल जेड न्यूज़ फॉर यू को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ में दिए हुए बेल आइकन को भी दबाएं, जिससे हमारी आने वाली सभी वीडियोस के नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आपको मिल सकें।
Thank you, sir. I would request Shri Bipin Chandra Ratori, Joint Commissioner, NEST, to felicitate our Chief Guest of Honor, Shri Nitin Saluja, Head of Public Policy, Amazon India, and present our token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Now, I would request Ms. Nooria Ansari, Managing Partner, Learning Links Foundation, to felicitate Mr. Akshay Kashyap, Lead, Amazon Future Engineer, Amazon India, and present our token of gratitude. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
My friend Nooria, my colleague Akshay, and all the esteemed dignitaries and teachers and partners for being here with us today. I'm happy to be here on this occasion as we come together to celebrate the encouraging results from the partnership between Amazon Future Engineer and NEST. Together, we have empowered approximately 8,000 students with invaluable knowledge of computer science with support from our dedicated teachers across 54 Eklavya computer science with the support from our 54 Eklavya model residential schools in the 6 states. At Amazon, innovation is at the heart of all our initiatives, and we recognize the transformative power of technology in shaping our world. We understand that the computer science is the key to unlocking creativity and untapped human potential. When I encounter young individuals, I see a common thread running through all of them, and that's boundless talent and passion. Unfortunately, not all of them have the opportunity to realize their full potential. This is why we established Amazon Future Engineer, a program committed to providing young people with the chance to explore their potential and contribute to a brighter future for all. Our mission is very simple: to inspire young minds to build a better future through computer science education. Over the last 2 years, we have extended computer science education to more than 1.4 million students across 8,000 schools in India. We have also awarded AFE scholarships to 700 girls coming from low-income families and provided paid internships to 68 of these scholars, with provisions for returning internship, nurturing their journey to becoming leaders in the tech industry. Today, as I stand here, I can safely say that it is exciting to witness the growth of our partnership with Ministry of Tribal Affairs and NEST. In the new phase of the collaboration, we aim to introduce advanced programming and artificial intelligence as a step towards comprehensive technology education pathway to Eklavya model residential schools across the country. This inclusion will be beneficial as we scale this partnership to the next level. It has been heartening to see all the inspiring projects displayed by the students in the expo area today. These projects are a testament of our acquisition of coding skills and the deep understanding of global issues like sustainable development goals. Through these projects, students have demonstrated their creative abilities and to additionally showcase their dedicated efforts towards their teachers, schools in facilitating their learning journey. We hope that such a collaboration between Amazon Future Engineer and Nest is able to reach more and more students and expose them to the real-world applications of computer science. We also want to enlighten them about the diverse career options and opportunities in the tech industry, both now and in the future. These pilot phases, tailored to the current technological exposures and understanding of tribal students, will enable Nest, AFE and LLF to gather invaluable feedback from across the country. This feedback will guide us in scaling the computer science curriculum to many more Eklavya model residential schools across the country. To all the teachers gathered here today, I extend my best wishes as you embark on this journey with our new AI curriculum. I eagerly anticipate witnessing the incredible AI projects that will undoubtedly emerge in our next event sometime next year. Thank you once again for your presence, and let's continue to inspire and carry on with our missions to inspire, educate, and empower the bright minds of tomorrow through the endless possibilities of computer science. Together, we are shaping a future brimming with innovation and hope. Once again, my special thanks to the Honorable Secretary for being here, Nuria, and my colleague Akshay for gracing this event. Thank you.
To screen.
डिजिटल एजुकेशन, कंप्यूटर साइंस के ऊपर शिक्षकों का प्रशिक्षण और छात्रों को शिक्षण उपलब्ध कैसे कराया जाए, एक सामाजिक दायित्व के साथ कार्य का प्रारंभ करना है, शुभारंभ करना है।
We are requesting much more programs like this in our future. Now I would request Chief Guest Shri Anil Kumar Jha, Secretary Minister of Tribal Affairs, to deliver the keynote.
It is my pleasure to be with you all on this very important occasion of the second phase program of Amazon Future Engineers and Nest's collaboration. Shri Nitin Saluja ji Mrs. Ansari, Mr. Kashyap, my friends here, Mrs. Mudgal and Anupam, and all the team of Nests and the team of Amazon India. This is a very crucial initiative which you have all started. Maybe a beginning, second part of the beginning, but it will go a very long way. It will reach very great heights, I'm sure, because what we today are talking about is about 10%, 1/10 of our population in our country. About 9% is the scheduled tribe population. We are talking of something like 10 crore, which was in 2011 census. Many times over the population of many of the European countries. And that is the number which we are talking about, which we are thinking about, which we are planning about, who need good education in a creative environment, healthy environment, conducive environment, to become able to contribute to the fullest of their capacity. And I would say that instead of thinking that we have to do something for them, we should always think and plan that how best nation can get their contribution, because the immense potential which they have got, and I saw some of the video games and some of the coding products which they have come out with, which shows their natural inclination towards environment preservation, and who else, which community or which family can better teach us about environment and living with nature than those who have been for generations staying with nature, surviving, prospering, and leading a happy and healthy life. So when we talk about all that climate change and being green in our buildings or technology, if you go and see their huts and their habitations, they are all quite green without our intervention. In fact, we have tried to make it, through our interventions of cement and concrete, much less green. So I always request my colleagues that when we plan the housing for those people, it should be made out of the available local material, and we should see what exactly they think their habitat about, how they want to, and what part of their time they are spending there, what is the utility, use value of the habitat which we are creating. Because it is much more different than what we do in our towns and cities, where we go and sit and sleep. Our houses are mostly sort of ranbaseras, where we spend our entire day outside and then go and sleep and come out, which is not true with the tribal communities, for whom their homes, their community shelters, their entire habitat is a part of their life. So similarly their education, similarly their health priorities, physically, physiologically, mentally, they are all as good, as competent, as talented as anywhere else in our society or elsewhere. But then you would see that they are first generation learners, most of them, and certainly first generation English speakers. So can we do something to bridge that gap, where a student, a boy or girl of 6th or 7th standard does not find it difficult to learn something just because he or she cannot speak fluent English or cannot understand the technological words. After all, in Japan or Korea or Thailand, we do not have programming in English language as such, and they pick up from their own language. So while teaching all these things, can we try to bridge that gap, and can we possibly train the teachers from their own communities, from their own, and this is what this program will achieve, I hope, where teachers are also being trained in the workshop. Please try to awaken the spirit in your students, and whether they speak their own language, whether they can speak Gujarati well or not. Even I have seen in very interior parts of Gujarat, where I was interacting in Dang district, and there are some students who have come from Dang district, Ava and all. And when in a village, the interpreter who knew Gujarati could not understand what the villagers were talking about, because they were speaking in Dangi language. So this is the level of the gap of communication, or the layers after layers, because we are dealing with a very vast country of over a billion population, and if you say about tribal population, so 10 to 12 crore of tribal population, and hundreds of languages, and so many hundreds of dialects. So it becomes very important, and the hesitation, the initial fear, that we have to be very careful. I'm talking to our own teachers, not to our friends from Amazon who have done a fantastic job. I'm just communicating to our own teachers and systems that we have to be very careful. We are going towards a set pattern, and what else can we do, because in the there is some amount of rigidity in the system. So we have to find out the within that rigidity how much more flexible we can be. We are going towards a CBSE pattern, we are going towards that NCERT syllabus, and all the curriculum is trying to modulate them towards some sort of uniformity. But then within that structure, can we allow them to grow, because they are 6th, 7th, 8th standard students, very, very, very young students. I thought they will be 11th at least, but many of the kids, I saw they are really kids, and they have done fantastic work. And in this 3-day workshop, I'm sure that they will be taught and given more confidence to do it. We are going to establish more than 700 functional Eklavya model residential schools will be there in next to 3 years' time. Right now, over 1 lakh students are studying. And when all schools become functional, we will be getting 20 to 30,000 students every year passing from class 10 or class 12. So you can imagine the potential hidden in these students and in these areas. And as I said, many of them are first-time learners. Many of them are so very attached to this school because of the good teachers which we have got, and good environment and system, that some of them do not want to go home also in holidays. There are certain deprivations in their villages. There are certain problems in their areas. And plus the attraction to be among the teachers and the students. So in a residential environment where there is a very conducive set for the learning process, and there is a campus, and campus is in the heart of the nature. It is not a city or urban school. It is, I have visited more than 30-40 locations where these schools have come up, and they are very studious. I can assure you, I have not seen urban city children studying with so much of devotion and sincerity as I have seen the tribal students in our EMRS schools, Eklavya schools. So I am glad I came here. Actually, Asit Gopal, who is commissioner and a good friend of mine, he has been orienting this thing. He himself is also an engineer, and his team is very capable. Very nice people have been assembled in nests, and with Amazon India, you have already done a lot of work. So we have to scale it up. We have to, because we are talking about hundreds of schools and thousands of children and thousands of teachers. We have to take it to higher numbers. We have to bridge that gap of learning gap which happens because of language and other social economic barriers which we have to break. We have to sit with them and in their own environment, and maybe we can conduct such workshops and training programs in their schools areas also. I really appreciate the effort made by Amazon India, and I was just talking to Mrs. Nitin, who said that with TriFed also they are working, and I'm glad that livelihood solutions, it is very important. We talk about nutrition of the children, and it is very apparent when you go to any tribal area that nutrition is a very fundamental issue, but it cannot be overcome in a short frame of time. It will take some years, about a generation, and the key is to provide good livelihood options. And the parents of all these kids, if they are dependent on some sort of subsistence farming or gathering of forest produce, then you can imagine the type of nutrition which they will be having in their homes. So if we also work through Amazon India, and consistently if we try to provide solutions for their livelihood, and they are extremely capable. We had put up our stalls in G20 venues also, where you would have seen, and there are videos of that, Tribes India shops, and how beautiful crafts and beautiful products and organic things are being. But then, as it happens in many of the government or semi-government initiatives, because of the lack of precision marketing, or what should I say, the lack of proper communication with the potential customers, or lack of our professionalism in establishing backward and forward linkages, we generally have not been able to provide that type of remunerative returns to our tribal families as we should have done. So in that regard also, I would request, and you have already been doing it, you told me, so to take it again at higher levels, and in provision of livelihood for all our tribal families. So once again, I thank you. I wish very best of luck to all the participants, and children really have made us proud, and we have been taking them to Rashtrapati Bhavan, we have been taking them to see the parliament, and they keep coming to Delhi, and Nests has been very energetic, and in creating a very vibrant atmosphere for school children from Ladakh to down south in Kerala and Andhra, and from west in Gujarat to Arunachal and Sikkim. So we have got such a huge mix of such a wide spectrum of our tribal students, that it will be a fantastic opportunity for any training agency and resource agency as rich as Amazon to tap this potential and provide them the encouragement, and get in return the talent and the imagination which our smart children from tribal communities can give. So once again, I thank you. Thank you very much to the Amazon India team, and thanks to the Nest team also. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshay. But most importantly, I think a big call out to the Nest team. So congratulations on that. I've been receiving messages on my WhatsApp throughout saying, please thank Indra ma'am, please thank Ashu ma'am, please thank sir. Asit sir is not here, but please thank him. But please thank, most importantly, all the teachers and all the system of the Eklavya Model Schools for making this event, this this afternoon and this opportunity for kids a reality. I think the fact that these children today have an opportunity in tribal schools or in rural areas to be exposed to a kind of thinking, एक सोच, एक प्रकार का investment in their thinking of structured design based thinking is something that will go ahead and help them in many fields. I think as teachers who went through the training program, you'll realize that the block programming हो या coding हो या exposure to computer science एक नई perspective लाता है. And that new perspective then can be applied to many situations, whether it is environment, whether it is looking at how the children can improve their lives, whether it is looking at how you as teachers can provide new interesting opportunities for children. This opportunity is now in your hands. It is in your grasp. I think through the support of NEST, through the support of the systematic planning that has happened, the way the curriculum mapping has happened, the way the adaptation of this curriculum has happened, keeping in mind the context of where these children are. Thank you so much, ma'am, both the entire academic team of NEST, to develop a curriculum, to develop a model, to develop a platform that will help many generations of kids from the Eklavya Model School. So thank you very much, dignitaries on stage, for being here today, and thank you very much to the audience.